When writing skill developed and city life came into existence, empires developed gradually. And the first empire, that was a very vast empire, it was known as the Roman Empire, that extended across the 3 continents. This Roman Empire extended from 27 BC to 7th AD, right from Britain in the north to Sahara in the south, and in west we see that it extended from Spain to West Asia in the east. Mediterranean Sea, it was considered as the heart of the Roman Empire, because this Mediterranean Sea is right in the center of the Roman Empire. The 2 superpowers, the Romans and the Iranians. We will compare between the Romans and the Iranians on the following. First, culture. The Roman culture was more diverse than the Iranians. Secondly, language. In Roman Empire we see that Greek and Latin, they were the 2 main languages, whereas there were plenty of regional languages found. Whereas in Iranian Empire we find that Persia was the main language. Regarding to army, one thing is to be noted that Roman army was a better army than the Iranians, because the Roman soldiers were paid properly, whereas the Iranian soldiers, they were conscripted. Everyone was forced to join the army in Iran. One more difference between the Romans and the Iranians is the public bath, modern swimming pools. In Iran, public bath was not liked by the people. The ulamas, the religious people considered that it is a system of making the water dirty. Phases of Roman Empire. Broadly, the Roman Empire can be divided into 2 phases. Early phase, that extended from 27 BC to 3 AD, and late phase, that extended from 4 AD to 7 AD. In between these 2 phases, we see the 3rd century crisis. Now, early phase in the Roman Empire. Senate was a very powerful organization in republican government. When Augustus overthrew the republican government, the regime established by him was known as Principate. Principate has originated from Latin word principe, meaning leading citizen. Augustus had decreased the power of the senators, that is why he did not dare to declare himself absolute ruler. So, the senators in Roman Empire, they came to quite low position. Principate, it was established by Augustus in 27 BC. Now, the year 69 AD. In Roman history, it is known as notorious year, because in this year altogether 4 rulers, one by one, they were engaged in civil war and they mounted on the throne of Roman Empire. We see that the rule of Augustus, it was a very peaceful age. There are some reasons for it. First of the reason was that he made such a wide conquest that after him the other rulers did not have to make any effort to increase the empire. There were some changes brought by Augustus, and one of the change was the introduction of silver coin that was known as denarius. It was a pure silver coin of 4.5 gram. Now, Roman Empire had such a vast empire. The question arises, how the ruler was able to control such a vast empire during such long ages back? The question of this answer lies in the urbanization. We see many cities around the Mediterranean Sea, Alexandria, Antioch, Carthage. All the cities, they had their councils, they had their magistrates, they had a number of villages under them. From these cities, the tax was collected from the surrounding villages and it was sent to the center. Now comes the 3rd century, the crisis of 3rd century. we see that the Roman Empire had to face a few dangers in the 3rd century, and the first and foremost danger was the Iranian aggression. On 3 inscriptions we find that the Iranians claim that they had killed about 60,000 soldiers of the Romans. Second crisis of the Roman Empire was invasion of German tribes. German tribes, the Franks, Goths, Vandals, from time to time they kept on attacking the Roman Empire, which created a great problem for them. And one more problem to the Roman Empire was the rapid successions. Just in the time of 47 years, we see 24 rulers sitting on the throne of Rome. So, this was a great danger to the Roman Empire. In late phase of the Roman Empire, we see 2 important kings, Emperor Diocletian, Emperor Constantine. Now, we will see the changes brought by Emperor Diocletian. Fortification. He fortified his boundaries in order to secure life. Lessened empire boundaries. Emperor Diocletian did not see any sense in holding such a vast empire that was maintained by Augustus. So, he decided to lessen the empire's boundaries. Another change was separate civil military works. Diocletian separated the civil and military works for convenience. And the last change brought by Emperor Diocletian was increasing the power of the military commanders. Now, we are seeing Emperor Constantine, who is known for making Christianity the official religion of Rome. Now, we will see the changes brought by Emperor Constantine. Emperor Constantine made Christianity the official language of Rome. The second change by Emperor Constantine was the introduction of a new type of coin that was known as solidus, and it was a 4.5 gram pure gold coin that contributed in the economic expansion of the Roman Empire. Another change by Emperor Constantine was making of a new capital in east of the empire, and that was the city Constantinople. Economic growth. We see that during Emperor Constantine's time, there was great economic growth in his empire. We see rural establishments, industrial installments, water power technology development, glass industries, even screw industries. So, we see that Constantine's reign had great economic development. Though it is not related to Emperor Constantine alone, but it is worth mentioning here the architecture of the Roman Empire. We find aqueducts, Colosseum. During Constantine Emperor, tax collection from alone Egypt was 2.5 million solidus per year. This is one of the reasons for the development of the Roman Empire. Now, we are going to see a few reasons for the decline of the Roman Empire. Western Roman Empire, it saw decline earlier. By 540 AD, we find plague in the Eastern Roman Empire, though it was not a great reason for the decline of the Roman Empire. The second important cause for the Roman decline was the Iranian invasion. We find that the clashes between Rome and Iran, they grew frequently, and this resulted in the weakening of the Roman Empire. Invasion of German tribes. German tribes kept on invading the Roman territories from time to time, making their small kingdoms which were known as the later Roman kingdoms. The final blow to the Roman Empire was given by the spread of Islam by 612 AD from the side of Prophet Muhammad. By 759 AD, we see that Islam had expanded in some of the places of the Roman Empire. Now, today we have discussed about the extension of the Roman Empire, the two superpowers that were found on the globe of the world between 1st to 7th century AD. We compared the Iranian and the Roman Empire. We saw the Senate, the Principates, and we have seen the reasons for the Augustus age to be a peaceful age. We have also seen the changes brought by some of the important rulers, Diocletian Emperor and Constantine Emperors, and how the Roman Empire came to an end.